Yes, but today is On the No Friday. Let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about what are some of those things that are ruining your budgeting, because we all sit there, write our salary down, write down our expenses, do the mathematics calculations over there with our calculator. And we say, okay, wow, so at the end of the month, I should have a cool 30,000 waiting for me. I'm going to put this into savings. A cool 10,000 savings, 1,000 bob savings. And then shock and behold, you're even in the negative at the end of the month. And you're wondering what exactly happened. What are some of those frivolous things that you're there busy doing that are causing you to get out of your budget and get into debt? Number one, which I feel I am so guilty of this, taxis. Ooh. Taxis are the bane of my existence. They're the reason why your girl is broke, because there's a certain point that I've reached in my life. My bank account is not understanding the lifestyle that I'm trying to live, okay? My bank account doesn't understand that I don't want to sit in on my tattoo. What am I doing? I don't want to sit over there as Yanni, like I'm supposed to be here in 30 minutes, and I know it's going to take 30 minutes for me to get from home to work. But if I take on my tattoo, I'll be there in 2 hours, just because of us stopping at every single stage. I'm not trying to live that lifestyle. I'm too lazy to wake up early so that I can leave early. No, I'd rather spend all of my money getting a taxi, a Yuma Y. If I calculate all the amount of money that I spend on a taxi, and if I was just to put that money together, wouldn't I not have a car by now?
And I am right there with you, because sometimes it's you're just You're hoping that somehow you're supposed to be at a meeting at 8:15, and you're hoping when you leave at 8:30, you'll still make it to the meeting at 8:15. That just does not work. So it goes from, okay, I'll leave in an hour. Okay, I'll leave in 30 minutes. Okay, I'll leave, and then it's time. Okay, let me start leaving now. But if I start jabbing, if I take a boda, okay, you know what? I'm just going to call a cab really quickly. And then you're there at least 15 minutes late, but you're still late. I feel like we have gotten to a point where we don't respect time enough for us to understand how it works. It's as if you leave the house and you expect that there will be no traffic. Yet you know
where you're
that
living.
The country that we live in, the roads that you use every day, you know exactly how long it will take for you to get from point A to point B. But you choose to neglect that information simply because you know, I can call a cab really quickly and then I'll get to where I need to get to, but it's fine. But then think about how much money. Ayuma would have been a millionaire. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's gotten
that
worse.
4-wheel drive, I would be cruising in it.
But you know what? It is about that time to change, because it's about to be a new year, right? So you have time. Ayuma, you've got time.
Yes.
Another one. This one, again, I feel like is my Achilles heel. Eating out, ordering in, hanging out with friends. Because you go, you say you will spend 2,000 shillings. To Mythica Crab. We are at the crab now, and it's popping. Ayuma is like, guys, shots. You're like, okay. First round has been taken, but now you're like, okay, now I have to buy shots. Guys, shot. The 2,000 that you decided you're going to spend, which was supposed to be your taxi, which was supposed to be your drinks, and then it was supposed to somehow give you enough extra cash to do something, just in case something pops up, something, spontaneous came up, you still have enough money. You end up having spent 5 times to 6 times of that. And there is a generosity that comes when you're just a little tipsy.
Hey,
there is a generosity.
You become a baller.
You're like, guys, another round on me. Hey, like rounds and hey. Another one is when you're going to restaurants and everyone has told you they have a budget, but you see something so nice and you're just like, oh, guys, let's have this. They're like, but we told you this is the money we have, and you're like, don't worry, I'll take it. Ooh, I have a problem. I have many problems. You forgot to take out the meat from the fridge, and now it's in the freezer, and you can't eat raw meat. So what do? You're like, let's just we'll put it outside at some point, but for now, let's just order in. Guys, it's a problem. It's a problem.
I've been through it. So and I feel like what my husband and I did is we literally understood some of the friends we had. We couldn't, in the beginning keep up with their lifestyles, but we were so content with our dream, our vision, what we wanted to do. So it cost us, or I don't even say it cost us. It just meant we couldn't go on some of the holidays they all went to. We didn't do a lot of the stuff they did unless we were going to their houses, and we could potluck with that. But I think when you have a vision and you understand, you know, is it short term, wanting to fit in and wanting to spend the money and wanting to look good, smell good, invest in stuff like that, versus if I was to save this right now and I have a goal. So if there's a goal to what you want to do with that money, you know, instead of, okay, look, I've got my salary and it's over by the 15th of the month and now I'm on borrowing from that month into this month.
Yeah.
Yes, what I would turn around and say is it's short term. What can you do for 6 months? Cut out completely, even if it means, look, you guys come home, spend time with me, but I'm not going to spend this money right now. I'm going to save it, and then what do I do with it? So in 6 months, let's say I've saved my 10,000, 20,000, whatever it is you've managed to put aside. How do you business reward yourself? What could you do with that and say, I've got a job right now, but everyone has the inbuilt entrepreneur in them. Where can I take that money? Who could I trust and give it to in the family to say, if I put this money in with you, can I double it? What could I get back? So I feel it's also knowing why you want to save your money versus just trying to fit in. And then when you are broke as hell, nobody comes to your rescue. So and I feel COVID helped. COVID taught a lot of people you do not need to travel, you do not need to buy clothes, you do not need to be spending on the brand new phone every single other person has. You don't need to fit in. Fit out for a little bit now so that you can create a better future later. But it takes time.
Oof, girl.
And that goal is the problem, because we always have that goal. It's just execution. The execution is what stops us from being able to do so. So I think it's wanting these things hard enough.
Yeah.
If you are sitting at home, there's no way you know you have a rent due and you're gonna kula that money.
Oh, yeah,
you're not gonna go have lunch with your friends or buy clothes and stuff and not pay your rent, because you know you have to go and get that money. So you have to put that same amount of importance onto the other goals that you're having. So if that car is the thing that you're working hard for, if that house is the thing that you're working hard for, heck, as she said, even putting money into a business, and we need to put that same level of importance where it's like life or death.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna get this or I'm homeless. Like put that in your mentality, in your head. You won't have the issue over here of number 4 of clothes, shoes, and bags is what is getting you to not to budget your money well. What to urgent 2K. Mko wapi? I have an emergency. I urgently need 2,000. And you know me, whenever I get those messages, I'm like, okay, 2,000, I'll look at you like Nini. But whenever people start saying 500 bob, 1,000 bob, I'm like, shwa, chukua. That's nothing. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Yeah.
It adds up, like you said. So if you have 10 friends in your life, and they all ask you for 500 bob, you already are out of 5K. What are you doing? You don't have the money to give. If you can't give double of that amount of money and you know you're going to be broke, if that money never comes back, because most of the time it never does, don't go and give it.
Child, this is a lesson that I'm still trying to understand, because it's usually like a thing of, oh, okay, fine, let me just do it. And then here's the, so the counter effect is like, I have a partner who does not play with money. So he's just like, okay, fine. So every time I feel the urge to help, to intervene, I ask him, by the way, Nani has asked me to do what do I do? He's like, do you have the money? I'm like, no, but I can. You can find it, so can they. Hiya. Question number 2. Do you have the money? Yes, I do. And you really aren't going to feel any pain if it doesn't come back to you? No, I won't. Why are you giving it away? If that doesn't work, it's just usually, okay, didn't they? What's the story again? And every time I start to read a message, it's a whole page. It's like, no, that's too many stories. Don't give that money, just forget about it. Because if you need money, you'll be very specific. I need cash to pay for my rent, period. You don't have to tell me the way someone died, your chickens did what, and then whenever there's a whole story in a message, just ignore it. What is the story? When are you giving it back? Simple. But that one is a struggle up until now. Yeah, it's a struggle.